Hey Lambda School, my name is Tommy and today I'm going to talk you through Lambda School's part-time CS program. So Lambda School's part-time program is a really great choice for people who can't or don't want to do the full-time. It basically condenses everything that you need to know about CS fundamentals and CS and web development more generally. And instead of doing it full-time for 7.5 months, you do it part-time for 12 and you come out with the same great Lambda education. So Lambda's part-time program starts on Monday with a lecture. This is where your instructor will introduce a new topic and talk you through it, and you'll do a little kind of follow-along coding thing where you get to see this new topic in action and see how it fits in with what you've already learned. And then after that lecture, you have an hour of project time where you basically get to put what you've learned into action and to build your own thing. On Tuesday, you start off with a solution lecture to the coding challenge you get. So coding challenges are really, really common in technical interviews. They're little kind of 5 to 10 minute tests where you kind of really put what you know into action. And so Lambda gives you a bunch of these as you're a student and really kind of helps you to get ready to kind of ace that technical interview and to really kind of hammer home what you're learning. So your TA will help you through a solution for that coding challenge that you already worked on, and then you're free to go and work on your project until the stand-up. And the stand-up is a really important part of the kind of day-to-day life of a web developer. This is where you meet with your colleagues, and you talk about what you did and what you're planning to do tomorrow. You talk about what was hard, what was easy, what you're blocked on. And kind of generally, it's a sense of, it's a way of getting to know your teammates and also to learn what they're working on so everyone kind of knows that you're going towards the same goal. Stand-ups at Lambda are a really great opportunity to get to know the other people in your cohort and also to get one-on-one help from your TA who's there to help you with any sort of problems you're having as you're coding through your project. Then on Wednesday, you have what's called a deeper dive lecture. This is where the lecturer and the instructors, they take what they taught you on Monday and they kind of go a little bit deeper. Maybe they show you a new feature on it. Maybe they just expand on what they were doing on Monday. But this is your chance to learn really kind of in depth about the topic that you're working on. So Thursday is one of my favorite times at Lambda because it starts off with a pair programming exercise. This is where you get paired with another student and you get to see their code, they get to see your code, and you really just get to talk through what you've done with this project. You get to kind of show off a little bit. If they're having problems, you can help them. If you're having problems, they can help you. And it's really a chance to both get to know other students in your cohort and then also to learn from people. Like Lambda is not just kind of an instructor at the top of a room just giving you knowledge. It's really a chance to kind of collaborate and work together as developers. And the pair programming exercise is a really great example of that. I've lost count of the amount of times that other students have helped me with a little bit of code, that they can see my screen and they can see my code and they're like, oh yeah, it's totally on line 46 that you're having the problem. And that's so, so valuable. And then on Saturday, it's time for the sprint. The sprint is when you get to show off what you've learned in a timed environment. You have 3 hours, they give you a project, and you really just get to put everything you've learned into action. They'll also sometimes bring in material from other weeks, from weeks past, and this is kind of your chance to synthesize everything you've learned and bring it together and really kind of just ace the sprint and put your knowledge into action. A lot of people ask me, is it kind of daunting to be a part-time student? Because it is in the evening, and it is a lot of work. It's 15 hours a week total. But actually what I found is that it's really helpful to be doing it part-time because you get to work on stuff in the evening and then it kind of sits in the back of your mind during the day. Like I found that sometimes I'll be at work or I'll be on the train somewhere and I'll realize what was wrong with my code. I was struggling with something the night before, but because it's kind of spaced out a little bit and because I'm only doing it part-time, my brain gets kind of a chance to rest and then also kind of work on problems in the background. Another great piece of advice is to get to know your colleagues and the other students. These are your best resources. You're all doing this together. You've all given up your time to learn to be better developers and to really kind of level up your skills. And they're great resources. You get chances to formally work with them in the pair programming exercise and at the stand-ups, but they're always there and you can always reach out to people, and I've made some really, really great friends from Lambda. So that's basically everything you need to know about Lambda School's part-time program. If you have any questions, you can leave us a comment or get in touch. Otherwise, we'll see you next week.